Next, we're going to have our Vista Pros local sports news. So we got a lot going on locally. As you see, we just started. The jingle man over there. Dennis the DJ.
Hey, we got to have something, jazz it up a little bit.
Yeah, I like it.
We got a lot of great stuff going on. We're going to talk about local sports news. So, guys, what you got for us?
I mean, we kind of talked about it a little bit already, just to segue right into it. Cochise College winning the championship. We cover Cochise County sports, and this is the college that we have in our county. So that level of success, I definitely think deserves some attention. I'm going to be reaching out to their coaching staff to try to get their coaches on on the show so they could talk about their season and their accomplishments, and maybe a player or two too. But I would start off with there. That's big news for Cochise County. Our team has won a championship, and just like we do for the high school and middle school teams, when we win state or something, it should be acknowledged and celebrated for sure.
Let's talk about one more piece of news. Emmanuel Joe Samuel named ACCAC Freshman of the Year, All Region First Team. So he had a great season.
Cochise College player. Yeah.
Yep. Teron Murray, second team All Selection. So Teron Murray, Jace Johnson, Emmanuel, he was first team. So yeah, I mean, you've got so many award winners right here. You've got 3 all league players. So great job.
Some other news local, right? We'll talk about the so we have a big event coming up. I know we segued out of basketball season, but we still got one big basketball thing we want to talk to you about. So we will be we'll be covering a senior showcase that's going to be taking place at Buena High School on March 21st, correct?
Correct.
On March 21st from 11 to 2 is going to be the senior showcase. We're inviting you, and we'll reach out and invite as far as the players, but it's open to the public for people to come and check it out. Yeah. But it's going to be seniors from all of our outstanding basketball programs in the region coming out to play one more game to showcase their talents for both the community and possibly for some scouts, and just get a couple great plays on film. So you definitely want to come check that out. And if you're a senior, please be on the lookout. Athletic departments, please be on the lookout for invites for your players to come and participate in this event.
Sounds like a lot of fun. I mean, those are the kinds of things that make my heart beat is the local stuff. So getting all those kids, all the seniors from around town to come together and play some ball, that's awesome.
Yeah. And anytime you can combine all of the best players of the county, regardless of their school, their class of their school and stuff like that, and get them all together to not even really to compete against each other to see who's better. It's more about them getting an opportunity to play on another stage in front of other people for exposure. We're going to have some college coaches out there. We're going to have, obviously Cool FM. We're going to be covering it. We're going to have, all the video footage that these athletes can use for game film. And this is a senior showcase, so it's specifically for seniors that are, quote unquote, done playing high school basketball, but really want to keep playing. They want to keep that dream alive to see if they can play at the next level. So we're hoping to bring out the best of the best. And like you said, it's fun. It's a fun environment, and it's a fun for the players, their families and stuff to get to see them play one more time. And this time, not in such a competitive way, when they're playing for their team and everything's
mixing up the teams.
So important to win.
Dude.
This is just important for them to have fun and kind of show themselves. And we'll get each player, when we send you the invites and stuff, we'll have a player profile for you. We'll highlight you and what you've been able to accomplish for the season, what you averaged this year, what you've averaged as a high school player in general. And we're going to do our best to try to help these athletes get to the next level as well. So,
and for all the what if people who make, what if this team played this team, you'll get to see some of those matchups that you always want. What if this guy played against this guy? Well, they're seniors. We want to come see that happen. So now no more what if, what happens when.
That's such a good point. I love that.
Looking forward to that. March 21st.
March 21st.
At Buena High School.
We may have covered this last week. I'm not sure if we did or not, but I'm gonna cover it. I'll talk about it again. They're speaking of Buena High School and Buena basketball. Buena basketball was honored this week at the 5A championship game because Buena's basketball team was given the sportsmanship award in all of 5A basketball for the state of Arizona. Right?
The whole state. That's that might be the top award.
It
my
is.
mind.
It's other than winning a state championship, it's probably the next best thing.
And so what that award really signifies for not just the players, but for the entire Buena program, and I'm talking about coaching staff, players, the school, the fans, it states that Buena as a program sets the standard on how teams should play, how they should celebrate winning, and how they should handle, the agony of taking on a loss. And so it says that the way that they conduct business, that it's done the right way. So again, congratulations to the entire Buena basketball program, to the school, to the faculty, to the players, and most importantly, to all the fans who go to the games and keep a great atmosphere at the game. So thank you so much, and congrats to the Buena Colts on winning the Sportsmanship Award for the 2026 season from the AIA for the 5A category.
Yeah,
absolutely. Well said. I definitely appreciated that, and something to be proud of for sure. Especially, I talked about it, off the air too, with the current climate of youth sports. With the current climate of youth sports, it's like a lot of negativity, I'll just keep it at negativity. And we've even seen that last week when we talked about local sports, and there was a team involved in things that needed to be investigated, and there was injunctions that needed to be made, and courts got involved, and suspensions and probations are handed out. And the climate of all this, to win an award where we are acknowledged for our sportsmanship, is definitely something I'm proud of. And you said it best, because it's not really about me as the coach and maybe a little bit of the players, but I think it's mostly the parents and the fans and things like that, because those are usually the ones that get the negative grades when you're looked at on these things. And so I'm so proud of it. I talked about it. We had our banquet last night. I talked about it with our families and our Buena basketball culture, and we want to be a standard. We want to set a standard of how to act and the type of character that we have as parents. So hopefully that rolls down into our kids and their student athletes, and then you get a result like this. Absolutely. So shout out to the whole basketball community here of Sierra Vista, because I think for the most part, and it's not just Buena, I say all of Sierra Vista, I have to throw in all of Cochise County in that, because you don't have a lot of the problems that you have in other areas when it comes to sports. And I think that we've done it the right way for a while, and it's good that we get some recognition for that.
Speaking of that situation that came up last week, that was the controversy between Coolidge and Chinley, and initially that Coolidge was disqualified from the playoffs, and then there was a court order that let them back into the playoffs. Well, they played Palo Verde on March 5th, and Palo Verde ended up winning that game 52-41, and that was the 3A championship game for the state, correct? Correct. Yeah, so Palo Verde goes on to defeat Coolidge. I know Coolidge is coached by a former Buena High School basketball
Dave Glasgow.
coach.
Shout out to Glasgow. So I know that didn't end the way they wanted it to, but they at least got to play because of that situation. They were gonna be, I guess, out and not able to play in that semifinal game because of the court injunction or the temporary hold. They were able to play in that game, which they won. That's right. They won the semifinal game, which put them in that state championship game. It could have been a bigger issue if they would have won, right? Because it would have been suspect.
I don't think it's still through the courts yet.
Right. It would have been up in the air if they would have got to keep that title or not. But shout out to Coach Glasgow and Coolidge, for even making it that far. Coach Glasgow still a Sierra Vista resident, and even Palo Verde. I got to give a shout out to them because that's a Tucson team. So a Tucson team winning the state championship. They were the only team in Tucson to make, or Southern Arizona, Tucson and South, to make a state championship game. The other, St. David at the 1A.
Yeah, St. David 1A.
And I want to note on
Tucson High made it to the Final Four in 6A.
That's right.
So shout out to Tucson High as well.
And I wanted to really quick piggyback on what you're saying about Palo Verde, that they won a state championship earlier in the 2000s in football, and had a standout player, Adam Hall, who ended up playing basketball and football at Palo Verde, and they won a title, and that was a 4A state championship. Yeah. And then he ended up playing 4 years at U of A for football. And another notable for that is I think that's the first time they've won something in basketball for over 40 years.
Wow. Oh yeah,
Boy.
Paolo,
So huge
win
hats
for
off
Paolo.
for the coaches staff at the Titans of Palo Verde.
Pretty Titans. So I think that's gonna wrap up our local news segment. Again, the local news is brought to you. We got something else. Oh, here we go.
One more quick buzz on a signing.
Oh yeah, big
to,
news. Almost forgot.
Commitment for one of our linemen, the man in the middle, the center, Tyler Jurdy, for Buena High School, has committed to play at Montana Northern. I want to say it's the Lights. This is what they're called, the Lights. So congratulations. He'll be playing with his teammate and fellow Buena Colt Trent Williams. So they were both going to be playing at the University of Montana North.
Okay.
So,
He told us some cool things about that school. I'm very excited.
Congratulations,
and
guys.
that's a coach that used to be the head coach at NAU for a number of years, 20 plus years. Jerome, I can't remember the last name off the top of my head, but he's up there at Montana North. So he's still got that Southern Arizona connection. And
Obviously, I'm like, if you're in Montana, and you're getting these Southern Arizona boys up there,
pulling the kids up, giving them opportunity.
And that's good. I mean, that's the thing about all these small schools in this area. You just got to get these kids out and show them places that are there. And there's tons of places to play out here on the West. Even if you don't think that you can't quite make it to D1 right away, you can go play at a lot of these D2s. I mean, we got Ricardo and TJ going over to Western Colorado, and they're going to do some amazing stuff over there in that conference, in that play. So we can't wait to see all these guys doing some great things next year at the freshman level, maybe playing as freshmen. We'll see how it goes. I know a lot of our guys that played last year and then in that huge playoff team, like Scrappy Bonilla and all those guys. Scrappy redshirted this year because he was like 8th in the depth chart as a running back. So he was like, I'm just going to get stronger and better.
When he gets his chance, you know he's going to kill it.
He's going to go nuts once he gets that chance, though. And his brother still plays up at New Mexico Highlands on and Adrian Bonilla. And so we got guys still playing at the next levels, doing some good things. And
you know, that's how pipelines work. It's like you get a guy going somewhere. We celebrate it because we're happy for them, but we also understand that it opens up a pipeline for other players. So if that player performs well or, does what he's supposed to do, that connection is still made to that high school.
That's right.
To where that player came from, and now he can bring some other guys with him. And then the more pipelines we have, the more opportunities that we have for our players to get to the next level. So awesome.
And we're going to see if we can get somehow maybe in a few months to come, Ileana Encinas played her final
she did?
college game the other night at Portland State. And so she played Division I ball all 4 years and has made a huge impact up there in that program and has turned that thing around and helped them with that. So they've done a great job of playing some Division I ball, and I don't know what conference that is. It might be the West Coast Conference, but Sac State and all those guys play against all those
Weber,
girls and
Eastern Washington.
Weber and all them. So she's done a great job, and hats off to her. So hopefully we can, if she comes back to town, we'd love to have her. So Dad, if you're watching, we'll reach out to us on the show, and we'll get her in here and have a great interview with her and talk about what's next after college basketball. Maybe she might be in the WNBA
or
someday or something. Coaching,
Buena coaching staff.
Come down, coach.
The Buena coaching staff might
in
be
that new program.
I want to talk to
and get some energy going in
fresh,
that girls'
fresh
program.
energy, fresh perspective, right?
For sure.
4-year D1 athlete.
And just like you said, the keynote speaker Lassiter, all about perspective. In the banquet last night, some great words from Ken Richards.
Shout out to Pastor Ken.
Yes, sir.
All right, so you got anything, John?
Oh, I was just going to say, this week's local sports news was brought to you by Vista Pros Heating and Cooling. Just like your favorite teams, they believe in preparation, performance, and showing up for their community. Vista Pros, local, reliable, and professional. We love them so much. Thank you.